guys, welcome back to The Bright Side. Macy here, the Bright Side Girl, and today we're doing the It's Finally Fall book tag. You guys, but it has been majorly hot and humid here in Southern California, and it is finally starting to cool off just a teensy bit. I decided to do this tag video even though it's technically still summer in Southern California as far as weather goes. But this tag was created by Tall Tales. I will put a link for the original video down below. There are 10 questions and we're just gonna jump right in. All right, the first question is, in the fall, the air is crisp and clear. Name a book with a vivid setting that really stuck with you. And for this one, I'm going to name Atlantia by Ali Kandi because it is one of my all-time favorite books, and the world building in this is just so good. I've talked about this several times. I have a book talk about it that I will link down below. This one is set in a kind of post-apocalyptic future where our world has just kind of gone to ruin, and we decided to create this underwater world called Atlantia where half of us stay above and take care of Atlantia so that our relatives and things can live there in this kind of like utopian type society. This follows our lead character, Rio, and she has always wanted to go to the above, but things just don't really work out for her. And I don't want to say too much more, but we get a whole like underwater world description in here, and it is so fascinating and beautiful and vivid, and I love it. The next question is, nature is beautiful in the fall, but it is also technically dying. So name a book that is beautifully written but deals with a darker subject matter. For this one, I have picked Tell Me Something Real by Kala Devlin. I do not talk about this book enough on my channel, but this one follows three young girls and they are dealing with their mother having cancer. But this also has a very dark, unexpected twist in it that made me completely love it and devour it in one day. I can't say much more without giving stuff away. I am not big on sad, dramatic contemporary books, but this one is one of my all-time favorites. It's beautifully written, it's smart, it's funny, it's sad, and it's shocking. So if you haven't read it, check this guy out. Question number 3 is, fall is back to school season. Name a nonfiction book that has taught you something new. Now, I haven't read a nonfiction book in a little bit. I used to read like a ton of them, but one of the most influential books and TV shows and personalities as well that influenced me was The Dog Whisperer by Cesar Millan, and all of Cesar Millan's books. I have followed his methods of trainings with just little tweaks here and there, and my dog has been completely transformed, as well as my own mind. And it's not just about training the dog, but it's also about like your own energy and your spirit going into it, and your own mindset and how that influences animals. And so I know this is obviously a really popular personality, but if you guys haven't read or listened to this book, it is just, it's so great. Even if you aren't into dog training, or even if you don't have a dog, it's got so much good things about life lessons and spirituality and your positive energy. So that's one that's awesome. Next question is, in order to stay warm, it is good to spend time with people that you love. So name a fictional family or character that you just love and makes you feel all warm and fuzzy inside. And for me, that is going to be, of course, Harry Potter. I don't have my physical copy right now because it's like on the top of my favorites shelf, and I just didn't want to mess that up. But of course, I love spending time with Harry, Hermione, the Weasleys. They are like my bookish family in my heart. They make me feel warm and fuzzy. They comfort me when I'm sad. I love the movies. I love the books. Everything about them. They're the sweetest and the best. Next question is, the leaves are falling. Show us a collection of fall-themed book spines. And for that, I'm just going to show you my current bookshelf situation, because the top 2 shelves that I film with are themed for fall. So I've got red, yellow, white, orange, and brown. I'm not going to list them all off, but these are my fallish, falling leaves book spines. Next question is, fall is the perfect time for storytelling around the fire. Name a book with a storytelling narrative. And for that, I'm going to name The Lightning Queen. This is one of my favorite reads from earlier in the year. This definitely has a storytelling narrative. It starts off with a grandpa telling his grandson histories about his life and certain magical elements that happen. It is in a remote hillside town in New Mexico, so you get a lot of that culture, which is really fun. But he is basically hypnotizing and talking to his grandson all about this magical thing that happened to him in his childhood. So you're going back and forth between the two times, and it's beautiful. The next question is, the days are getting darker and creepier. Name a creepy or spooky read. And for that one, I go with The Ocean at the End of the Lane by Neil Gaiman. This is a short but sweet, creepy, scary read about a middle-aged man who goes home to his hometown for a funeral and kind of rediscovers his childhood and remembers things that he has long since forgotten. There's some magical realism in here. There are creepy things because it's Neil Gaiman, but it is again another one I read in one sitting. I absolutely loved it, even though I still am haunted a little bit by a couple things that happened in here. Next question is, the days are getting colder. Name a short, heartwarming story that will warm you right up. For me, that would be The BFG. I recently read this current month, and it is just short but sweet. Roald Dahl is such a great storyteller. It is about a little girl who befriends a big friendly giant. They have to solve a problem in here, and there's stuff with the queen, and it's just really truly like sweet and whimsical and fun and silly and funny and precious. The next question is, luckily fall is my favorite season, which is not technically true, but name a book that you are excited, name a favorite book that you're excited to get back into. And for me, that is the Three Dark Crowns series by Kendare Blake. This one and One Dark Throne I read last year, absolutely loved them. The newest book, Two Dark Reigns, is coming out soon, or it might already be out by the time this is up, and I am so excited to jump back into it. This is marketed as three sisters that have to kill each other to get the throne. Technically that's true, but don't go into it if you're wanting like a lot of gory battles and evil sisters. There's a lot of heartwarming stuff in here. There's a lot of heartbreaking stuff. It is awesome because all the sisters have a different magical ability, and they're kind of trying to figure that out as they grow up, and then they are forced to do things, and there's romance and just magical goodness, and it's just great. And the next question is, fall is the perfect cozy time to read. Name your favorite fall accessory. So I'm gonna go a little bit different with this one because it tends to be slightly warmer here in the fall, but I am going to say my favorite fall accessories are my bookmarks. Now I make these bookmarks, I'll zoom in a second so you can see, and I am so excited to finally get to like use these. They're like spooky with cats and witches and hairy and like all kinds of things on them, so I'm really pumped. I'll zoom in so you guys can see. So that is it for the It's Finally Fall book tag. I'm so excited that it is finally fall, and I hope to be doing some more fall themed videos. Let me know what you guys think down below. And I'm going to tag Alex Black and Rainy Days and Stormy Nights to do this video, so go ahead and do it if you feel up to the task. And I'll see you guys next time on the bright side. Bye!